All right, good afternoon and welcome back to our channel. Prince 6 today remains the 10th of September 2025, and we have on the platform a comrade this morning with another wing of this explanation of the lien and what it actually implies to. Lien could mean a lot of things, but in the perspective of the grant and also in expectation of what all the beneficiaries are for, we have a contractor right on the platform that is out to give us one or two details concerning this and how this actually is tied to our expectation on the fund that is being released but is on lien. So you do well to listen to him and get some of the details behind this. Comrade, your time now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I remain my own self, Engineer Lawrence. I'm making this voice note this morning to quickly react to some write-ups and at the same time some voice notes as regards to stakeholders being credited. 2 days ago, I saw a write-up that stakeholders have credited, and but they put something they call lien so that they will not have access to the fund. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I've been into grants community since 2017, and as such, I don't make voice notes in grants community, and I try as much as possible to remain calm, because why? When we talked about investment, some people that doesn't understand what investment is all about, they will keep on agitating for quickly disbursement. Of course, everybody needs the money to be disbursed. But one thing I would like to tell us is that from my own experience, as regards to what some people stated it clear that stakeholders, some voice note also said, which I have listened to, also said it that stakeholders has been credited. Before I will itemize some certain fact about lien that the person mentioned, I will not allow this voice note to be lengthy, because I don't like a lengthy voice note. Yes, but I just want to go straight to the point. At least a lot of us have been in a grant community. We have a lot of experiences from one grant to the other, and as such, we know how to manage ourselves or manage information. Okay, and we know the one that is authentic, and we know the one that is not authentic. A very quick one. The first thing I wanted to point out about lien is that lien is a legal claim that is against a person property that serves as a security for the debt or obligation. Okay, so for instance, now somebody want to maybe you will need money, you use your property as a collateral as regards to that. So in other words, if at all you did not pay that money back after you borrowed, then your property will be forfeited in regards to that money that you borrowed. So lien has nothing to deal with anything that has to do with that when money enter into the account of a particular people, and at the end of the day, the money those people has nothing, they cannot be able to disburse the money. It is not happen that way. Now, I want to also let us know that lien, there are various types. There are various type of lien, which I have an experience of as a contractor as well. I know that in fact, because one of it is mortgage. Okay, we have voluntary, and under that voluntary, we have where we have the mortgage, and then and this one also deals with that you have a property, and maybe it could be a house or a car. You can use it as a lien. Okay. Now another type I want to let us know is involuntary lien, where we have mechanics lien, and then and contractors, and where that is where we falls into. Now this one is basically for contractors. Okay. And then we also have another one where courts will put a judgment. If court puts a judgment to it, for instance, you use your property, at the end of the day, you go to court, and then after maybe the two party, maybe the owner, the person who borrow you the money using your property as a collateral, a person who borrow you money won the case. Okay, if the person won the case, now the judgment will pass that your property should be sold to get back the money. And also we have tax, and this one has to deal with government. So people saying that stakeholders have been credited, but they have no access to the money. I don't think any stakeholders has been credited. And like what Madam Ngozi Israel said earlier, that is just nothing. But I don't know her from Adam. I don't know her anywhere. Okay, but that is just the truth. What she said. No stakeholders have been credited. Even if a stakeholders is being credited, what to be put there is not lien, because lien is not something that has to deal with the money enter into your account and it's been blocked. You don't have access to it. So we have some people who are intelligent, just like Pastor Donald Okoye from SSA to Joyce Lovely team always say. There are people who are so intelligent in this grant community, but many of us are always quiet. We don't want to talk because we believe on actions, not by a series of talk. Or you talk, you release voice note, you type. So please, the only summation I would give as regards to this is, let us channel our prayer to the fact that, oh, let the stakeholders be credited this week. That is just it. Somebody I saw in this platform when somebody was saying that where should we channel our prayer to? Now, our prayer is that let us channel our prayer that stakeholders should be credited this week. If a stakeholder out of let us take all of us that are literate and why equipped with knowledge, you know what we call probability. There is no probability that will become zero. It can be tens to one. It must exist. There is no one, like out of 100 people who are stakeholders or 10 people who are stakeholders, one must be able to come outside and then state it clear, or even give a signal that I've been credited indirect way. But if everybody is saying this one, someone said somebody was going to bank to go and one of my intel said my NGO is going to bank to go and do some certain things in the bank because the stakeholders has been credited and all of that. Okay, if that should be the case, I think last week we were seeing some circular on the platform where it was stated clear that 8 or 9 that disbursement will kickstart. If that was true, why are we on 10th? No disbursement. So please, the whole truth of it is that, because even I myself, I have where I have my information, and which everybody have means of it. But there are people who have information, a concrete information, but they will digest it because they don't want to rationalize their image in grant community. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. I remain Engineer Lawrence by name. Bye.